So I want to show you something. This is the only set of drawers in our entire apartment. Yes, that's it. And the storage doesn't really get much better from there. This is the closet that I split with my boyfriend. We have a whole bunch of vertical space that I'm too short to use, and we've already established that my boyfriend thinks I'm kind of messy. But despite my socks still being on the floor on occasion, our home looks like this most of the time. And I'd say that's pretty good. So what did we do? That's what I want to talk to you about in today's video. Because I want to be organized, you want to be organized, we all want to be organized so we can spend less time putting things away and more time doing things that we care about. So let's get into my top 10 home organizational must-haves for small spaces so you can keep your stuff out of sight and out of mind, especially your socks. And when you do want to access your junk, you know exactly where it is and it's easy to access.
Hey, that's what she said.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to point out that none of this stuff has to be bought new, and it certainly doesn't have to be expensive. A lot of my must-haves are easy DIYs that you can do with stuff that you probably already have lying around the house. But if you do want to support me, I'll have some affiliate links with everything I use in the description below. It helps support the channel at no additional cost to you, and it helps pay the bills so I can continue to live in this apartment and enjoy the echoes. Echo! I don't know, I thought that might be funny, but I'm really just cringing, so... And this video is sponsored by my besties at True Earth, but more on them later. Let's start with the closet. Look, your closet is a mess, and I get it. Life's busy, but if you want it to feel like less of a mess, and of course you do because you clicked on this video, then I have a really simple solution for you. Use the same hangers. That's it. Easy. You get to decide which type. Wood, velvet, or something cute and aesthetic that I'm just not even cool enough to think of right now. The point is, pick the ones you like, buy a bunch of the exact same ones, and voila! Your closet is instantly going to feel a lot more cohesive and organized. Because you can't tell me that this is better than this. Which one feels more organized to you? No, really, I'll wait. I prefer to use these velvet ones, and they're available literally anywhere. Amazon, Walmart, even the dollar store. I like them because they're very narrow, so if you have a lot of clothes to fit into a tiny ass closet like I do, then you can hang a lot more in there versus these chunky wooden ones that my boyfriend tends to like. I just love that I can see everything I have, and it's made getting dressed in the morning so much easier. So if you want your closet to feel less annoying and less messy, get the same hanger and feel your wardrobe start to change. Trust me on this one. Alright, since we're in the closet, you want to make sure that you're organizing your drawers too. Yes, I do mean your underwear, but I also mean your drawers like this. I have no dresser in this apartment. The bedroom was too small for it, but I did have clothes that I couldn't hang up, so I solved the no dresser problem by using this IKEA John Axel drawer unit. I hope I said that right. It's really meant for bathrooms and laundry rooms, but it works perfectly in this tiny wardrobe. And to make sure all my clothes were easily accessible and didn't fall through the open wires here, I got these IKEA Scub organizers to fold all my clothes into. They're made of a nylon material, so they're lightweight and easy to clean, and they come in a bunch of different sizes, so it's a bit more customizable, and they were ridiculously easy to assemble. Even when I did have a dresser, I never really understood the absolute magic of having drawer organizers until I actually started to use them. Because trust me, they are literal game changers when it comes to organization, and not just for your clothes. We use them all over the apartment, like these bins in my desk to organize my stationery, cables, and other loose dongles that I don't know what they're for. And in our lonely set of kitchen drawers, we have cutlery organizers and these adjustable bamboo drawer separators to keep everything accessible and in place. But if you don't want to buy anything, you can use whatever you have lying around. Old shoeboxes, baskets, cardboard, pretty much anything can be used to create some separation and organization in your drawers, so don't sleep on it. Number 3 are baskets and bins. Okay, so when it comes to home organization, these are like florals for spring.
Florals for spring. Groundbreaking.
We have bins literally all over this apartment. They store my camera gear, my backup makeup and skincare, our laundry stuff, our vitamins, and even our towels and bedding. My favorites are these ones from Muji because of their sleek and minimal aesthetic, and they come with a translucent lid so you can see what's inside without having to open it. But I obviously also took the opportunity to use our adorable old school label maker, so now it's even easier to know exactly what's in the bin at a glance. We also have a set of larger bins that we got from IKEA for storing extra bath towels and blankets, since we don't have a linen closet. And I've even gotten a little thrifty and used old Tupperware that doesn't have a lid to organize our vitamins and medication. So don't think that you need to go to the Container Store and spend all kinds of money on some fancy plastic bin. Just get creative and save that money instead. If you're tight on space, instead of finding more storage solutions, don't forget that you can just look for opportunities to downsize and declutter instead. And this is exactly where I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, True Earth. This is our entire laundry room. I've got my steamer, my fabric shaver, my dryer balls, and my laundry detergent all in this adorably labeled box. And that's all thanks to switching to the True Earth laundry strips. I mean, look how adorable they are. They're so tiny. They literally take up no space compared to your traditional plastic jugs of laundry detergent. So if you're tight on space like we are, consider giving True Earth a try. We've been using True Earth to do our laundry for the past 3 years now, and I am not going back. Not only are they super compact, but they're also really gentle and effective on your clothes. True Earth laundry strips are hypoallergenic, paraben, bleach, and dye-free. They're vegan, cruelty-free, and the packaging minimizes on plastic waste quite a bit. Not to mention they're a Canadian company, so gotta love it, eh bud? So if you're interested in simplifying and minimizing your laundry routine like we did, definitely check out True Earth. And I always have my discount code Christina10 in every single one of my videos, so you can check them out anytime you're ready. Thanks so much, True Earth, and I really hope you guys check them out. It's worth it. Let's get back into the video. As you might be able to tell, in this apartment we have a lot of vertical storage. But no matter how high your ceilings are, I would say don't sleep on this. Because if you look closely, there's vertical storage opportunities pretty much everywhere in your home. Take our kitchen, for example. Just check out this solution versus this one. Living like this is like living in a bad infomercial. Now go ahead and add a shelf stacker and watch your life change. It's amazing. Just by adding that simple shelf stacker, we instantly doubled the amount of space that we had to put things. We will eventually be getting more shelf stackers to the cupboards because there's a ton of vertical space that's way underutilized here still. But another way of maximize vertical space is in the closet. All I ended up doing was adding a second hanging rod, and it immediately gave me more space to hang things like trousers. And thanks to the almighty TikTok, we ended up getting a couple of these under sink storage shelves to make accessing our everyday cleaning supplies really easy. And command hooks, don't forget these. They're a really good cheat code to keep your things off the floor and make you look a lot more tidy than you are. You know the truth, but no one else has to. Number 6 are trays. I'd say this is both a home decor hack and an organizational trick. Because trays are really handy to give a sense of uniformity to a group of items. There are really easy ways to make things on your countertop look a lot more cohesive and intentional, not to mention it just immediately gives that thing a home. The key to an organized space is a place for everything in its place, so a tray becomes a really handy way to do that. And quite literally, anything can be a tray. We use coasters, these cork mats, plates, and these diatomaceous earth trays are great for making the soaps on our countertop look even more bougie, but they also do double duty of absorbing excess moisture in the space. I did say a lot of my organizational must-haves you probably already own, so don't forget to use things like rubber bands to keep things together, plastic baggies to group loose items so you can get even more organized in those bins and drawers, and you can even use these little bread bag thingies to organize cords or other loose items that are otherwise really annoying to keep together. See, it's free. So home organization is really about how to make your life less annoying on a day-to-day basis, and for me, there's nothing more annoying than having to dig through all your stacked pots and pans just to get to your favorite one. So to solve that problem, we bought this thing. It's really meant to organize the lids of your pots and pans, but we use it for our frying pans, pot lids, and even our cutting board to make accessing it way easier. So now, instead of just ordering takeout every day because we're too lazy to grab for that frying pan, we find ourselves cooking at home a lot more and utilizing our kitchen because it's just a lot more efficient to use. And that's really the key of organization, isn't it? Number 9 is shoe organization. Look, I love shoes and I own a lot of them, but that doesn't mean I want to look at them every day. If you're anything like me, then your front entryway looks like this, and it gives you a bad case of the scaries even though it's not a Sunday. So the solution? Get yourself some good shoe organization. We keep our fast-moving shoes on this shoe rack that's hidden away in the closet, and we put our boots on this mat for when it starts to get really wet and cold. I also ended up purchasing these shoe organizers for my wardrobe, and let me tell you, they are game-changing. I used to store all my shoes in their boxes in my old closet, and I would never really wear them because I could just never see them. Instead, these boxes are clear with these little doors on them, so it makes being able to see all your shoes really easy. For reference, I'm a size 7 shoe, and depending on the type of shoe, I can easily fit up to 3 pairs in one box. I will admit they were a bit of a pain in the ass to assemble, but once I got that figured out, I definitely wouldn't go back. And now I can see all of my shoes, so they're actually getting decent rotation in my wardrobe. And bonus, I found a way to utilize all that dead vertical space on top of my closet, so it's a win. And finally, underbed storage. If you live in a small space or just have a few more things that you need to store away, then don't sleep
Okay, I see what you did there.
on underbed storage. Since I'm fairly minimalist everywhere except for my clothes, and we have no dresser, it kind of means that underbed storage was key. I keep this plastic tote under my bed to store my jeans, and one extra to store a set of bedding. I like the plastic containers to keep out bugs, but if you want something more breathable, you can always opt for a canvas option like these ones. If you're limited in terms of space, underbed storage also makes accessing what you need really easy since there's no chairs or ladders that need to be involved. And if you have a lot of junk, it's just really easy to keep things out of sight under the bed. So those are my top 10 essentials for an organized and clutter-free home. Honestly, a lot of keeping tidy comes down to habits, but when you take the time to set up a few organizational systems with a few key essentials to help, it can actually make sticking to those habits a whole lot easier. And that's even if you're messy and you leave your socks lying around like me. If you like this video, then leave me a little house emoji in the comments to let me know. Oh, and I'd love a thumbs up because, you know, the YouTube algorithm gods. I ask for their blessing and for yours. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.